Hello, teacups. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Loo. Welcome back to Teacup Castle. Welcome back to our watch along for Canada versus Morocco. Welcome to a watch along with a banner. I don't want to hear a single word about, oh, I didn't know. Oh, nobody told me. Oh, I didn't realize. Read the banner. If anybody puts a spoiler or a fake score in the chat, you're just going to be removed. End of story. So it's all going to be very clear for everybody going forward. No confusion. If anybody's new to the channel, they'll be able to read the banner. See those capital letters? They're going to be able to see them. So we're going to be off to a good start. It was not gremlins. Unless you have gremlins, I didn't have gremlins. I had dinner because it turns out I'm allowed to eat between streams, and I had some groceries to do before I had food. So no gremlins, just me eating, human things. But the meat took a little. I had a pork loin. It was a lovely pork loin with what was the marinade? It was a really nice marinade. It was beautiful, but it took a little bit longer to cook than it indicated. And I wasn't going to eat undercooked meat to be on time. So we're here. It hasn't kicked off yet. Nothing to panic. Nothing to panic about. We're all A-okay, on time, ready to go. I'm just checking that's not a lie. And I do, in fact, have my clock set up. I do. I didn't lie to you, which is even better again. But how are we feeling, teacups? Are you all fed, watered, teed up, snacked up? I went to the Super Value. I don't normally shop in Super Value because they're a little bit expensive, basically. So I don't normally watch them. What are we in? Canada and Morocco. So I normally don't shop in Super Value. They're a bit pricey for me. They're like Marks and Sparks. They're a little bit upper tier. I'm a bit more like Tesco's. Lidl. I love a bit of Lidl. But today I went to Super Value and they had these beautiful little tartlets. We've kicked off, guys. We have kicked off. That these beautiful little pistachio tartlets, which I would have had with a cup of tea, but I'm doing a watch along. So after this watch along, before the next watch along, I've decided, by the way, guys, I am going to do the later watch along. By the time the later watch along comes, I'm going to have had a cup of tea and a pistachio tartlet, which I've never had before. But I do like pistachio. What are we doing, lads? Are we starting all over again? Sorry, guys. No, we're not. I don't know what happened there. It looked like we kicked off twice, but the timer's okay. Hello. Let me say hello, guys. I just come in and straight away and start talking about food. Honestly, guys, some days I'm surprised that I can walk through my front door or through any door in my house because all I do is eat. Eat, stream, eat some more, think about eating. What am I going to eat? Plan to eat, cook the food I'm going to eat, then eat it. And then I do plan the stream, then do the stream. I have a problem. I will. And what I'll do is I haven't eaten it. It's in my kitchen waiting patiently. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of the ingredients as well. It's like looks like a mini short crust. And then inside pistachio. But I'll take a picture and then I'll cut it like a study. Bonkers doesn't know what he's eating. Well, Bonkers, that was partially my problem. Was I was doing the shorts and I was setting up the evening watch along streams, and then I left it too late to decide what I was having, and by the time I decided, I was in Super Value, and sure, that was just, it was like Alice in Wonderland. I fell down the rabbit hole. Right, let me go, because I can't ignore this. Poor Rob hasn't been first in about 3 weeks, and he actually turns up first today, and I couldn't skip it on him. I couldn't skip it. Rob has clawed his way back into first place for the watch along. So well done to Rob, who has said hello to all of the teacups. Shem was second and is here and singing. Guess was third, then left and came back. Guess is rooting for Canada. They're basically Scandinavian. Do you know what? I think I'm going for Morocco, I like Morocco. They've made a positive impression on me. Really, a really good first impression on me. I've enjoyed their matches. They've played well, good attacking football, and they have Mazraoui. And I can't shout against Mazraoui when it's not for Cape Verde. So that does leave me with, I'm going for Morocco. Rob was out doing his shopping as well. Shem was cutting his grass. Everybody was busy today. And with the factoids, Morocco haven't lost in 41 games. That's quite a good record, isn't it? Have they been playing at the Azteca as well? Is it just, maybe they're the part-time home team when Mexico aren't playing? Bonkers obviously is here. All Boxed Up is here. No, Rob. No, the spoilers won't be removed. The person doing the spoiling will be removed. The person will be removed immediately. It's much worse than that. Daz is here as well. Hello to Daz. All Boxed Up reckons Morocco's going to win. Bonkers also reckon Morocco edge it. Lads, the amount of us that think Morocco's going to win, maybe it is going to be Canada after all. Right. Let me see. I mean, to be fair, yeah, me. I'm not a pretty eater. You know the way some people eat and they're very like, and you wouldn't know they're even chewing. I'm like, no, I'm like munching. I like to enjoy my food, which makes it less pretty. And Moonshine is here as well. Hello to Moonshine. I think I've got all the teacups. Flossie is saying Morocco. Canada are in the black kit. Canada are the black kit. Yes, Lorea, he's Canada, and so Canada are in the black kit. Do you know what? I will leave it to your judgment, guys. If it's somebody brand new that's new to the channel and maybe genuinely doesn't know, we'll give them a little warning, little time out. If it's a regular or somebody that should know better, or somebody that moderates on a channel that does watch-alongs and should definitely know better, then we ban them. Because there's no regulars on this channel that should not know about it already, which means they're just being a silly sausage. So if it's a new person, it may be a genuine mistake and they don't read banners, so we'll time them. If it's a regular that does it out of silliness, ban them. And that's the end of it. Because I've had enough, guys. I've had a few good goals ruined on me. And as I said, regulars at this stage should know. Regulars should know. If people are new, look, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt initially. Right, there was a corner there, by the way, for Canada, but nothing's come of it. No, that's cool, Mama Flossie. I hadn't really decided. They were going to be gone, but I hadn't decided for how long, so had to clarify for myself. But yeah, new people will kind of a warning. Regulars that are being silly sausages in the bin. So please don't, because I like all the teacups and I don't want to lose anyone. So please don't be silly. Yes, Morocco in white. Morocco in white. I have to say, right, we've seen some excellent goalkeeping performances in this competition. Another corner by Canada, by the way, from the other side that time, and it seemed a little more dangerous. Bono's had to come out to it, but he hasn't. I'll tell you what, it's still with Canada, guys. We might have put the juju on Morocco here, because Canada have had a blinding start to this match. Hello, Damien. The match so far is good. It's all Canada, really. It's all Canada. Canada players on the ground looked up, saw the referee wasn't paying him any heed, and then started to hold his face. And so the referee is just letting play continue. Oh, look who it is! We know the referee. It's Michael Oliver. I didn't spot him. He kind of got caught. There was no foul, I don't think, but he was caught between two players, so he probably did get a little bit hurt. But that's what I was saying. The referees, or not the referees, the goalkeepers. We've had some unbelievable goalkeeping performances throughout this tournament. We've had some really, really, really impressive goalkeepers. These two, Crepeau and Bono, are none of them. Neither of these have really filled me with a lot of confidence when I've seen them, particularly Bono, because I've seen more of him. I've watched more of Morocco than Canada. Neither of them have been incredible. If I was to suggest, I would be less sure of Bono than Crepeau. But I do wonder, does that mean we might see a higher goal tally for this match? Because neither of the goalkeepers have been particularly very good. Like a lot of the other games that have been very entertaining, they've been low scoring because the goalie's been so good, not because of the attackers being bad. So if the attackers can turn it up in this match, and in that respect, I have more faith in the Morocco attackers than the Canada attackers, as it stands, we might get goals in this one. That's what I'm telling myself. And Guess is saying Canada has started out well. Yes, they have. Canada have started really well. Moonshine is asking everybody, please hit the like button. Please do hit the like button, guys. We would appreciate it very much. Very much. Yes, a Geordie in charge, Mama Flossie. Diop doing a bit of defending there. So, most people kind of thought Morocco, except Guess, who struck her allegiance to Canada. But Canada have started well. Guys, I'm not coughing. I'm not going to cough up a lung or anything. I just can't clear my throat. Bonkers likes the look of Buchanan. He played in the last match. I don't think he started the one before that, but he was definitely in the last match. I was actually looking at some of them. Obviously, as I said, I'm a lot more familiar with Morocco. I say a lot, not a lot, but like a game. Oh, big save from Bono after me saying he's not that good. Well done. Yeah. Crepeau to Bono, you too, eh? The linesman was just stood there waiting. As soon as it happened, flag. Albert. But? Is his name Butt or Bert? I couldn't tell. That bicycle kick needs some work, says Guess. That was a good turn, you know. And it was a good save from Bono. Hello, Matt. What are you pair like, right? With Damien up here making U2 puns. And then we have with Moonshine down here. I actually think they're getting worse. Do you know who you remind me of, right? I used to work with a girl, really nice girl, right? And she went to like one of them Euro shops one of the days on lunch. She was looking for food. And she came back with, it was a toilet roll, but it was toilet roll with jokes on it. And it was all like this kind of jokes. And it was, the name of it was like, jokes so crap you can wipe your arse with it or something. It was really, and it was a literal toilet roll of jokes. And so when you tell us your jokes, Moonshine, that's what I think of. Sorry. That was meaner than I meant it to be. But it's true. The story's true. But every time you tell a bad joke, because she'd be so excited, every time you go into her office, she'd be like, have I told you this one? And she'd be on the next one. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake. But we did it. We had a good giggle. I feel like it's the kind of thing you would like. Canada's going forward again. Defended well by Morocco, who were going to try and counter. But I'll tell you what, Canada are quick to get back into shape as well. Kind of what we saw last night from Cape Verde. You know, they're attacking, and then all of a sudden, like, they're back in shape immediately. Lucky's with us. Hello, Lucky. Flossie, half his jokes are ready to go by. Morocco are just holding it now. They obviously want to slow it down because it's been all Canada. And you can clearly see, like, the shape of Canada out of possession is so clear. Did Buchanan jar himself there or something? Because Mazraoui didn't do anything to him. Or as my commentators are calling him, Mazraoui. They're pronouncing his name as it's written, so they're calling him Mazraoui. And every time they say it, it's really annoying me. I know I butcher some names, right? And I'm sure I know some people. But when I know the name, I think everybody should. If I know, you have to know too. The game is starting to settle a little. And now we're starting to get injuries. I think that's Hakimi on the ground now. So it started real fast with Canada. And then Morocco trying to hold possession and slow it down. And now we're having foul. Isn't it funny, right? The game is very stop-start, the way some games are in the Premier League, and it's a Premier League referee. I know it's not the only stop-start game we've had in the tournament, but there are some games that just really flow, and there are other games that are stop. And what it just slows everything down. It just goes slow, and we don't want slow. We want goals. Yeah, and see Morocco here just trying to hold on to possession, slow it down, get control basically. Hakimi's on the ground again. It's like deja vu. Hakimi, like, give over. I know he stood on him a little bit, but he was only a little bit. I don't even know if he would have got his foot. He probably only got the edge of his boot. But we've had some really good games. I want this to be a good one. Last night's was fantastic. Absolutely. I think it has to be the best game of the tournament last night. By a mile. Matt says it should be a tough game. Do you know what? If Morocco's just going to be slow, give it back to Canada. I changed my mind. Give it back to Canada. At least they're trying to score. I say that, but Saibari then tried to attack and it didn't nothing happen from him. You're all very quiet this evening. Is everybody sleepy after last night? Well, why didn't you say so? I can say so many more things, not about this match, but I could say all the things. Rob is feeling a bit sleepy. Do you know what? I found it really hard to get up this morning. I was absolutely exhausted getting up this morning, like proper exhausted. But I've had a bit of a second wind. I've definitely had a bit of a second wind. Now I'll see how I'm going by the later match. But I'm actually doing much better than I thought I'd be doing. This is Eustachio. Keo. Anyway, he's taking a corner for Canada. Oh, that was a decent corner, you know. And number 2 got his head to it. He couldn't get it into the goal, but it was actually a very decent corner. Yes, Damien. I have to say, live, it was brilliant. The worst thing about it was the referee. He just gave all the calls went Argentina's way. And some of them were ridiculous. Some of the calls by the referee were absolutely ridiculous. He should be ashamed of his life. And do you remember I told you that he had never refereed a match where Messi had lost? Every time he referees, Messi wins. It was on Touchline. Not Touchline Facts, the YouTube, or Touchline, the X account. That is where I saw it. Yeah, the ref was shocking. Cape Verde were absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? If all of the refereeing decisions, not all of them, but all the big ones are like, you know, had been correct, they could have won, should have won. They were playing Argentina, and the referee, I've never seen I was going to say I've never seen the likes of it. That's not true. I've seen bad referees, but that's... Now look at that. Look at that. Because this melon, right, he's gone down, injured, right? And now the play has been stopped while his team was attacking. Mazraoui's got a yellow. No, it's not Mazraoui. What are these talking about? It's not Mazraoui at all. These have told me Mazraoui's getting a yellow, and then they've showed me the player, and it's not Mazraoui, it's Hal. It's not even, he doesn't even look remotely like Mazraoui. I don't know what he's talking about. I tell you what, my lot are struggling. Saibari's on the ground holding the back of his right leg. Morocco's in a bit of trouble if he has to go off. He's been very good, like in the tournament. But Saibari's on the ground holding the back of his leg. Yeah, and look, he's feeling it. Look at his face. That's not good. That is not good. Look at him. He's getting treatment. He's down. He's holding the back of his leg, which isn't good. Boop, boop. We're 20 minutes in. Like, can they not do their hydration break while he's getting treatment? Because he's going to get treatment for the next, 3 or 4 minutes. And then they're going to do a hydration break after that. Do the hydration break now. Saibari is covering his face with his jersey. He's had to be... Yeah, he's going off. He is going off. I think he's done, you know. Not just in this match. That really looked bad. He's crying and all. He's upset. He's covering his face. He's definitely off for the rest of this match. He could be done altogether the way his face is. Yes, being practical. So Saibari is off, by the way. Saibari's off. Rahimi's on. That is a massive, massive, massive blow for Morocco. Given the start Canada have had, and the fact that Saibari has now had to go off, Morocco could be in a bit of trouble here, you know. Eustachio is going to take the free kick for Canada. Straight at the goalkeeper. Yes, Damien, the last thing they need is Saibari gone, but he's off. He is off. Mavis is here as well. Hello to Mavis. Tom is here as well. Hello, Tom. And yes, Damien, so early. Like, that was cut out so well by Canada. Canada are up for this, you know. I thought Morocco were going to give France a problem. They're not even looking great against Canada. Yes, Lucky. The teams have to remember these are knockout games. Lads, I feel like we've spent more of this game stopped than playing, really. I know we're on the hydration break. Lads, I'm not being funny. How much of this game has actually been in play? Have we played 5 minutes even, do you think? I genuinely don't know if we've even played 5 minutes. It's not a great game. I have to say, it's not a great game. Bear with me a sec. Yeah, Lucky, we're the 19th is the final of the World Cup, so we're just under 2 weeks away. Now, to be fair, yesterday, and not just yesterday, in previous matches, the hydration breaks have changed the way the game has been going. They've changed the momentum of the games. They've changed, they have the hydration breaks. They have made big differences, big differences. So hopefully the difference we'll see today is that the game will get a bit more lively. Because Canada definitely had a lively enough start, but then it sort of died, and neither team has done a whole lot. Saibari looks really upset. For anybody who's getting the images, can you see him there with the thing over his face on the bench? Like, he looks really upset. And I'd say if we could see his leg, it probably has an ice pack on it. Right, guys, you've had your Powerade. Let's go. Bit more action, please. Tom. What a super chat. Was there more to that, or is that the entirety of the sentence? Bald Maz. Thank you very much for the super chat. Shout out to Tom. Tom has actually been so generous the last little while. Thank you very, very, very much. I really, really appreciate it. That one's tickled me though. Bald Maz. That's it. That's the sentence. That's it. No, that's okay. I thought that, and then I was like, oh, maybe he's just hit send by accident. Yeah, straight to the point, says Damien. Just bald Maz. To be fair, bald Maz is a bit fire, isn't he? He plays better when he's bald. Everybody's loved that. Sometimes it's the simple things, isn't it? Everybody's loved that super chat. Oh. It's like catchphrase. Say what you see. Bald Maz. Oh dear. We love a game of catchphrase on here. Say what you see. Yes, we do. Flossie is absolutely correct. We love having Tom as part of this community. We enjoy having you around as much as you enjoy being here, for sure. For sure, for sure. Oh. Save there. Keeper had to make a save. It wasn't like the most dangerous shot we've ever seen in the world from Rahimi, but I mean, it was on target and it wasn't completely with like no power. Oh, Mazraoui did well there to block that and got possession back for Morocco. And then his teammate ran it out of play. Meanwhile, Crepeau is tucking the bottom of the shorts into his socks by accident, bless him. He's pulling off the socks and the shorts got stuck. Ups. You know, like he had to save it. Do you know what I mean? I see what you're saying with Buchanan. He's been heavily involved in this. I have to say, I didn't overly notice him in the last match. I knew he was there because the name stood out, but I didn't overly notice him being involved. I have to say, so far this match, I've really noticed him. The France match isn't on yet, Lucky. The France match is later on. France match is at 10 o'clock this evening. So it'll be probably on whatever channel you're getting this match on. It'll probably be on that same channel, but at 10 o'clock. Don't worry, you're not missing it. Tom is looking forward to that, Paraguay and France. Well, if this match is going to stay like this the whole way through, I think we'll all be glad to watch France because we're probably going to get goals. It's the only reason I'm doing it is because I'm expecting goals. We're 30 minutes in. The game has had a bit of a better flow since the hydration break. We've had less like foul. Andrew says, France getting humbled would be nice. Yes, Damien, it might be a high-scoring game. Tom really doesn't want France winning the World Cup. All Boxed Up says Canada have been set up for physicality and fouling a lot. They have, but it's irritating. And I know that's effective for some teams. And I normally like a bit of physicality in a game. What I don't like is when the physicality causes the game to be stop-start. That's frustrating. If both teams are happy to be physical, like unless it's serious, let them at it, you know? But Michael Oliver, I don't think he wants to be entertained. I'll tell you what, I would take France. At this point, I would take England over Argentina. That's how much Argentina have annoyed me now. Like, they're really, really, like, I've never seen, well, not off the top of my head, a match as bad as that one we watched last night in terms of refereeing. Honestly, it was horrific to watch. It was so frustrating. I got really, really, really annoyed at Argentina now. even though they're not the ones officiating, they've really annoyed me. And I have decided I would actually prefer England to win the World Cup over Argentina. That's how much they've annoyed me. But it goes, sorry guys, Argentina, England. But you're not on the bottom anymore. Argentina is. They're way, and they're staying there. They're on the rock bottom. USA, I haven't watched USA yet, so I can't really pass judgment on their football team because I haven't seen it. France, look, there's always Thierry Henry. Even though he doesn't play anymore, his hand lives on. But France have so far played the nicest football. And I like nice football. So I'm struggling because I don't want France to win, but also I've really enjoyed their football. They've been really good, really entertaining to watch. And I like that. So I don't want them to go out, which makes it a bit upsetting, really. Mazraoui, bold Maz, he's in there defending. So yeah, it's a bit mixed for me. Yes, progress. Progress, says Rob. Bonkers is saying Flossie will be supporting Miguel Almiron later. Andrew thinks Spain. Spain looked all right in the match the other day. They did. They looked decent. Not better than France for me, but they did look all right. You're right. That's true. Brazil haven't looked great at all. They've been very mixed. Morocco were struggling to get it out here, but that was a foul on Bouadi. Damien says, France's football, they look like they're enjoying it. Yeah, that's how I feel. They're enjoying it and it makes it enjoyable to watch. That's how I feel, yes. Andrew reckons Spain look the most balanced. Fair. Jesus. Has everybody seen the XG? It's 0.46 for Canada. And for Morocco, their XG is 0.02. Bloody hell. Yeah, it will be a test, Andrew. You're right. Sorry, I was just reading away at your comments there, guys. Let me make them here so I can see them. We've a throw in here, by the way, for Canada. Straight to Bouadi. But it hasn't gone too far. Maybe they're forever changing the rules on YouTube. Once a month they change the rules on YouTube. I don't pay much mind to them because all they do is change the rules. Mazraoui's down. Lucky is saying Portugal don't have the tools. Portugal didn't look too convincing. Very few have looked too convincing, to be fair. Who are we supporting, says Luke. I think a lot of us opened up with Morocco. Guess was with Canada. But I have to be honest, Canada have been the better team by quite some distance. So now I'm a bit like, I think if at the end of the day, I come into the game thinking Morocco. because I thought they were going to give us a good match. However, Canada have been the better team and Morocco have done nothing to win it. Therefore, I don't really mind if Canada win. If Canada are the better team, let them belt away. Tom is sticking with Morocco. He's sticking to his guns. Andrew wouldn't be against Morocco winning it. I just thought they were going to be so much better. They've let me down. They've been so much better in their previous matches. Damien says Morocco. Bald Maz assist for the win. This is going to stick now. Oh, we're fighting. We're fighting. I need to see this again. I don't really know what happened. I was laughing at Bald Maz. Hakimi has been summoned. "22 is going to get himself in trouble for Canada. He needs to just go away for a minute." Yellow card. Michael Oliver to Hakimi. Yellow card. He's called somebody back. It might be number 22. Yeah. Number 22 is getting himself in right trouble. Larea? I think he's got himself in trouble from mouthing. Right, so Hakimi had a push on Larea. Larea chased Hakimi and shoved him. And then they squared up to each other. Michael Oliver physically had to get between them. Right. They've both got yellows. Having watched the replay, that's probably fair. Hakimi got the yellow because he committed a foul that was a yellow. Larea got a yellow because he followed Hakimi to push him and then had a go at Michael Oliver. Like, if he had just shut up, he wasn't getting a yellow. So yes, Damien, correct decision. Yellow for both. I think that's right. And you know what? Hakimi has been the player of the tournament for Morocco, and today he struggled to get into the game completely. He has been Morocco's best player. And today he's struggling, and I'd say he's getting frustrated because every other match we've watched Morocco, Hakimi's been up and down the wing, putting in crosses, putting in balls. He has by far and away been their most dangerous player. But they've now had Saibari off injured 20 minutes in, and Hakimi has just been totally ineffective. And now we're seeing frustration. Yeah, all boxed up says, could see it coming, Canada leaving a lot on challenges. I mean, to be fair, that challenge was Hakimi. Hakimi shoved the attacker in the back while he was attacking. So, yes, Canada have been physical, but in that instance, it was very much on Hakimi. He started it. I thought we'd have had a goal by now, guys. I didn't expect this game to be 0-0 coming to half time. Now, obviously, we'll have 3 minutes for the hydration break, and we're probably going to get a reasonable amount of extra time on this because Saibari had to get treatment before he went off, and then we've had multiple cards and so many fouls. We're probably looking at 6 to 7 minutes on the end of this half. Guess says he slowed down a bit. It has slowed down a bit. No, Guess, to be honest, it slowed down before the water break. I can't even blame the water break because I said I hope the water break would speed them up again. They'd get a bit of energy. So they had already slowed down. It was like 10 minutes of fast football and then it died after the first 10 minutes. Yellow card for Canada. I mean, it's a yellow. It's a clear yellow. Even to be fair, when Michael Oliver showed the yellow, it was Jonathan David. When Michael Oliver showed the yellow to Jonathan David, he just went, fair. So, hello, Harold. Tell us, how many kilometres have you now? Harold started this morning with 1,200 kilometres. He'd already done 350 by the time we even did our lunchtime show, and he's still going. The game, Harold, is not fantastic. You're not missing a whole lot of anything. Saibari went off injured very early on. Hakimi is starting fights. Neither team has been particularly effective. I would say Canada were slightly the better at the start of the first half, and then they were just both really bad. And we're back to stop-start again. And Michael Oliver is giving everybody a yellow now. All the people are getting yellows. So that's Unahi now, I think, has got a yellow. Because he flung his egg. To be fair to Michael Oliver, they have all been yellows. I mean, I do have to be fair to him. I thought it was the right decision, given both players the yellow with the Hakimi incident. I think the Jonathan David one was a yellow, and I think that Unahi one was a yellow. So they're all fair. But it just feels like stop, start. The game just hasn't really got going. 514 to go, Harold. Honestly, your work ethic is insane. Well done to Harold. Yeah, everything but a goal so far. We've had drama anyway. But I do. Look, I'm not a Michael Oliver fan, as we know, but I have to be fair to him. All 4 of the yellows have been yellows. None of them have been soft. They've all been the right decision. So actually, he's doing okay so far. It's just the fact that the players are making it stop-start more than anything. Rolling around the ground dramatically. 6 minutes at a time. On to this first half. I don't know if we need it, to be honest. Jeremy Kyle is fuming. Why? What's wrong with him? Guess is imagining Harold on skis. Yeah. So we agreed, me and Damien, we said about 6 to 7, and it is 6. We don't need them. But All Boxed Up agrees with regards to Hakimi. Who are we rooting for, says Harold? I came into the game rooting for Morocco. Quite a number of the chat are rooting for Morocco. Guess is going for Canada. I'll be honest, I think the rate they're going, they can just both go home. It's not been a very good game at all. Nobody's impressed me. Canada have been better than expected. Morocco have been worse than expected. So at this moment in time, I actually think Canada are the team that deserve to win, despite not being very good. They've been better than Morocco. Morocco's disappointed me a lot, actually. This team isn't going to trouble France. Look at them. This Morocco, if they play like this, is not going to trouble France. So, I mean, neither is this Canada, but you get my point. Very underwhelming. So we're a bit of a mixed bag, Harold. Damien says Morocco seems meek all over. They do. Yeah. Flossie, I thought Morocco would be right at them and there would be goals. That's what I thought. That's why I'm doing the watch along. Because otherwise I would have just done one match this evening instead of both because I'm shattered. And I said, no, France will score goals. Morocco will score goals. We're in for two good matches. I must do both of them. Apparently bloody not. Josh! Josh is late! What are you doing, Josh? Did you spill more tea and beer? Have you spilled any drinks today, Josh? Are you okay? Andrew says, World Cups, you don't want to peak too early. So is France too early? Morocco love being the underdog. The ball has been turned over about 3 times there. Nobody wants to keep it. It's with Canada. That is with Morocco. That is with Canada. Then back to Morocco. Tom says, I miss Cape Verde. So do I. They actually wanted to play football. No drinks. No drinks spilled. Well, that's good. I'm really enjoying the new banner, guys. I have to say, I'm quite pleased with it. I like the colors. I've matched it up well. I've done that by eye, you know. Quite pleased with myself. Yeah, good news. Good news from Josh. He hasn't spilled any drinks today. The other day it was a cup of tea, and then yesterday it was a beer. With another foul, guys. And with another yellow. 6 yellow cards in the first half. He stood on his foot and shoved him in the face. I mean, that probably is a yellow. I was like, surely not. But he stood on his foot and pushed him in the face. So El Canus is now on a yellow. I mean, it's a lot of yellows. But I do think they've all been yellows. Josh, I'll be honest, it's not a case of who's been better. I think it's who's been less terrible, which at the moment is Canada. Neither have been particularly good. Both have been quite underwhelming, but of the two, Canada has been slightly better. Yeah, 6 minutes of extra time just for the yellows. To be fair, I can't believe I'm actually sticking up for Michael Oliver. This is disgrace. That's how bad this match is. I'm sticking up for Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver does not have a high rate of handing out cards. Michael Oliver averages 3.5 yellows per match. Okay? That he's given out 6 in the first half. That's not his usual standard. His average of red cards is 0.14 per match. That's incredibly low. Most referees average 0.2 odds. Some of them average up to 0.4, right? Michael Oliver is 0.14. It's a really low average. He actually rarely gives out a red card, Michael Oliver. He likes to get involved in the game. He likes to give funky calls, but he actually rarely gives out red cards. If you look at his stats, which I did, he actually rarely gives out a red card. So for him to be giving out this many cards actually isn't his norm. He normally gives out like bogey penalties or doesn't give a penalty where it should be or bad handballs and stuff. He makes those kind of bad calls. In terms of cards, though, he's not normally card happy, to be fair to him. 3.5 yellows is fairly standard. Little bit higher than some, but fairly standard. 0.14 on the reds is really low by referee average, because I check it before every Premier League match of the season. So I'm comparing him to other Premier League referees and obviously Champions League. So actually, yeah, he's not. It's the players. The players have been really physical. It's been really testy. It's been like, I'm looking at Michael Oliver having to literally physically put himself between Hakimi and Larea. Like, it's very... I feel like the players are as frustrated as we are. Oh, Josh, I like to be informed. If I'm going to complain about someone, I'm going to get it right. I've dropped my pen. Where have I thrown it? Oh. But it's not really, I'm not normally like what I would consider a tactical. I like to have the information available. And then see if it matches with what I'm seeing. So with this one, I do normally not tend to like Michael Oliver as a referee. I think he's not a very good referee. But actually in this tournament, the first match I saw him ref, he was fine. Second one was a little bit less good, but not the worst. This one, I think he's been fine. I think just the game has been incredibly physical. And the players are doing stupid stuff because I think they're all frustrated. Do you know what I should do, though, lads? Do you know what would be really good? It's a timer. We're at half time. Did I even say that? I was that busy yabbering on about Michael Oliver. It's half time, by the way. It's been half time for a few minutes. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot about the timer because I didn't tell you it was half time. But the point of all of that was I've gone off on a tangent. Will there be reds later? Because despite the fact that Michael Oliver doesn't normally give out a load of red cards, there's 6 players now already on a yellow and the tackles haven't stopped. So maybe. And I think it's 4 and 2. Let me check. I think the cards are 4 and 2. Yeah, so at the minute, it's 4 yellows to Morocco and 2 to Canada. So it is 4 and 2, which means if you're going by that, it's potentially more likely that a Morocco player could get sent off because 4 of them are already on a yellow. Danny has joined us. Hello to Danny. Josh, you be careful. Be careful, Josh. Yes, Damien. If only he could be better in the... If only he could be better in the Premier League. But see, he has his friends in the Premier League. He's not surrounded by friends at the World Cup because it's a mix of all different nations. Harold says, every team has a weak game. Maybe this is Morocco's. Add France will have theirs against Morocco next round. That's interesting. So let me read that again because it's a good one. Harold says, every team has a weak game. Maybe this is Morocco's and France will have theirs against Morocco in the next round. That's possible. That is possible because So far, I'd say France are probably the only team I can think of that haven't had a weird game, or a weak game. Brazil have certainly been up and down. Portugal haven't been entirely convincing. I think so far only France haven't really. Have Spain had a weak one? Yeah, well, sure I was going to say they drew Cape Verde, but that doesn't feel weak anymore, does it? So, yeah, maybe that means they're due one. You could be 100% correct and right, Harold. Tom is having a chat about Argentina. I know a few of you are chatting in there. So Tom and Andrew, I think, are having a chat about Argentina. Tom is saying, I think Argentina do have a good squad, but they do rely a lot on Messi. Uruguay, on the other hand, just looked rubbish. Fair. Manuel Ugarte is considered one of their best players, and he's one of the last midfielders in the Premier League. I would start from Man United. Fair. I've just jumped straight into their conversation. No, Moonshine. Has he not been on the John Hassam? He hasn't been in here really since the start of the summer. I think he's been in Hassam's more recently than he's been in here, but he hasn't really been. I haven't seen him about, I think, since the transfer window. Some people take a break for the summer. Some people aren't around, some people just aren't into it. And to be fair, guys, if I didn't have the channel, if I wasn't with you guys, I wouldn't be watching the World Cup. Now, I'm glad I am, because I found it really enjoyable, but I wouldn't have been watching the World Cup if I didn't have a channel. And then some people take a break from transfer windows anyway, so we might have just taken a few weeks off. No, you've not seen him in a Sam's either. If we spot him, we'll let you know, Moonshine. I'll pop Hassam a text if I spot him. I know that's where JT is in Hassam's, so I haven't been stressing about him because I know he's just in Hassam's streams now. But Streets I haven't seen, not at all. Like that, he could be just taking. Do you know what? He could be on his summer holidays. Could be in Spain or somewhere nice. Maybe he's got off. Maybe he's sunning himself by the swimming pool. Well, we're all getting over cloudy and stuff as well. No, so he's either taking the summer off or he's just having a wee break. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. Guys, do you see these World Cup ads where your boy is walking around in like a papier-mâché World Cup? I don't understand this ad. I don't get it. Hello, and welcome to the chat, Abdullah. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I need to pull the my eyesight is terrible, so I sometimes need to pull the chats up here so I can read the name properly. El Tel put in a chat the other day, and I thought it said elite. I couldn't even read the bloody thing. But big up to you, and welcome to the chat. Yes, on holiday without us, guests. Absolutely disgraceful. We'll have to have a word when he gets back. But I'll be honest, guys, there's not really a lot to talk about the first half. Didn't do anything worth talking about, other than a bit of a scrap in the middle of it. Harold, I love it. Harold with the factoids. Only 4 times has it happened that a team has won all their games in a World Cup. 1930, 1938, 1970, and 2002. There's been some big old gaps. Shout out Harold with the factoids. Love it. Also, shout out to our Rob, Teacup Rob, who has sent us the celebration pair. The celebration pair. Woohoo! Thank you very much to Rob. Very generous, as always. Rob is always very generous on the channel, so shout out to Rob. I think Rob is single-handedly paying for the maintenance of Teacup Castle at this point. Although Tom's giving him a good help. Tom is giving him a good help, to be fair. But yes, always with the pairs. Always with the pairs. Oh, I like that. Guess says, how long will it take before somebody gets booked? At what minute in the second half do you think somebody gets booked? That should be fun, because it could be anything. Andrew, I think Norway can beat Brazil. I'll tell you what, if Brazil have another off game, it's entirely possible, because Brazil have been less than convincing. When they turn up, they turn up, but they have been less than convincing on multiple occasions. And I mean, Norway are equipping themselves quite well. So I do think it's possible, Andrew. I don't know if it would be my prediction, but I think it's, at the very least, I think it's possible. Like, genuinely possible. Do you know what I mean? Tom thinks I agree, Tom. I think that is a positive stat. You don't want anybody breezing a World Cup. If somebody wins a World Cup without losing, it feels not as competitive. But if you win without going unbeaten, it feels more competitive, because you've had to earn it. You've had to fight for it. See these halftime interviews. They're highly irritating. Highly irritating. Just a sec, guys. Okay. They still count, Tom. You can't just take them off them. They do still count. Just because they were a while ago. I mean, they still existed. Have I been up to much today, says Josh. Not loads and loads. I had a stream. I do a stream every day at lunchtime. So I did my stream at lunchtime. Then I set up these streams, did all the graphics for this stream and for the 10 o'clock stream. Then I did my shorts for YouTube and Instagram. Then when I was done with that, I time-stamped the videos that I haven't time-stamped for the last few days. Then I did some groceries and cooked dinner. So nothing really exciting, just, just living. Just living, nothing too exciting. Hello, Barca fan. And good question from Guess. Have we all hit the like button? That's an excellent question. Ask yourself, have you, in fact, hit the like button? That's important. Guys, they are starting to file their way back out here. There you go, Tom. You've just answered your own question. Harold says, no, I have. To be fair, Harold, you're working. I'm just delighted you're here. You work so hard at the best of times. Okay, guys. We're getting ready for the second half. And thank goodness, because absolutely nothing happened in the first half. Right, guys. Predictions for the second half. Are we sticking with our initial predictions? Do we want to make a change? At this point, I feel like it's going to be 0-0 the way they're going. It doesn't look like anybody wants to win the match at all. We're doing the countdown for kickoff for the second half, though. Okay, we've kicked off the second half. Jazz reckons 2-1. Damien says less cars and more goals. Come on. And Shem is saying second half, Borefest. I hope not. I really hope not, Shem. I don't think I could cope. Not with another one. We've already had one. All Vox stuff, I'm sticking with Morocco, even if they're down to 9 men in the end. Josh reckons Morocco will get a sneaky 1-0. Flossie still thinks Morocco. Okay, a lot of people are sticking with it. I just want better. I don't care who wins anymore. I just want to see a better match. That first half was terrible. For all the yellows and all the perceived drama, it was a really boring half. They couldn't even make the drama entertaining. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to get comfortable in this seat. My back is sore today. Swear, see between my hip and my back, you swear I was 90 years old. Damien also reckons Morocco 1-0. And Andrew, whoever scores wins. Pretty sure that is how it works, Andrew. I know what you mean. I'm just being annoying. Me, not you. Sorry. Canada were attacking. And I don't really know what happened there. Why is the Canadian number 7, the captain? What is he? The captain is Estakia. Why was he just screaming at Michael Oliver? I don't know what I missed there completely. Anyway, there's a corner. There is a corner. Yes, Andrew's on to something, says Josh. Whoever scores wins. We do know what you mean. It's just the way it's written, but we do know what you mean. Sometimes when you say things, because you can put the emphasis on certain words, you can have the tone of it. When it's in writing, sometimes it did just look funny. Sorry, Andrew. Oh, there was a bit of a tackle there. Another yellow. So Canada now, it's 3-4. Canada has 3. Morocco has 4. And to be fair, it is another fair yellow. Figueroles, he gets all the player, none of the ball, and he takes out the attacker. That is a yellow. I mean, it is a yellow. This is ridiculous. What are we on? Oh, maybe it's 5-3 because your other boy got one a minute ago, didn't he? Are we on 8? No, we are on 7. Goal! Goal, 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 goal to Morocco. 1-0 Morocco, guys. Well then. Well then. Everyone's delighted. Everyone's over the moon just for a goal. I mean, it's very good. It all comes from the free kick. A little bit different. And he struck that so well, didn't he? He struck that so well. Guesses maybe the game will get better now. Let's bloody well hope so. Have to be honest. I have to be honest. I do think till this point Canada had been the better team. But it was a very, very good free kick. The free kick was fair. And the way it was taken was very good. And it was struck very well. So, good goal. Fair goal. But I don't think they've been the better team. But it was Unahi, by the way, that scored it. I apologise. I didn't tell you. It was Unahi that scored it. But let's see, does it liven the game up a little bit? That's more like it, says Josh. Yes, says Rob. Let's go, says Damien. Get in, says Mama Flossie. Yeah, never mind. Never mind your Spurs mantra. To dare is to do and all that. And who dares wins. Who scores wins. Andrew was correct. I'm so sorry, right? Andrew's such a big part of our community. He's on here so regularly. One slip up and I'm like, boom, we've got him. Sorry, Andrew. Pick it on poor Andrew. All he did was put in a comment. Daz is a fan of Michael Oliver's orange shirt. I can't say the colour would be for me. It is 4-3. I was right in the first place and then I confused myself. Thank you, Damien, for double checking it. I said 4-3 and then I completely confused myself. Easily done. Yes, we're laughing with him, not at him. That's very true. Very true, Gas. That's how teacups roll. We laugh together. All Boxed Up says, see how many fouls Canada still try, and if they change and try to play, if they play, they will get taken apart. Well, we're about to find out because there's so many of them on yellows, they're going to have to start playing. Oh, offside. Buadi. That was quite good by Rahimi. That was pretty all right footwork, wasn't it? Guys, all the excitement, right? For like 2 or 3 minutes, all the excitement because we had a goal. And then it just dies again. It's just gone like, dumb. Oh, dear. Well, if we were thinking that was going to speed this match up, we were wrong. Question. Let me check. Have we all hit the like button? Yeah, we've done really well with likes, actually, to be fair. We're doing well with the likes. Good job. Good job, teacups. Morocco are getting forward. It defended there. It's gone out, I believe, for a corner, no? Yeah. So it's going to be a corner for Morocco. Oh, we're 54 minutes into the game and Morocco are time wasting on a corner. Lads, let's not do that, yeah? I'm not even joking. How are we a minute after the ball went out of play and the corner hasn't been taken? This is ridiculous. Take the bloody thing. And then after all that, it was a terrible corner. And even then, the ball back in wasn't great either. A football team has just signed Tom. Rob's on like watch. Don't worry, people. Rob is on like watch. He'll know if you haven't hit the like button. He'll find you. And he'll get your thumb. And he'll give the thumbs up. Yeah, but still, Tom. Still. That's brilliant news. Yeah, Damien, Hakimi strolling in, then delivers such a poor corner. But guys, shout out for Tom. Tom has just been signed to a football team. He says it's only a Sunday League team, but still, shout out Tom. He's getting with it. Tell you what, Tom wouldn't stroll for a corner. Not like Hakimi. I'm a right winger, so definitely not. Guys, I have to be honest. I know we've now had a goal, but other than that brief sort of 60 seconds when the goal happened, yet again, it's not particularly impressive from either team, is it? Do you know what I will say? Thank God it's 1-0. Thank God it's 1-0 because we can't have this go into extra time. What must not happen is Canada scores to make it 1-1. That cannot be allowed to happen. Either Morocco need to score again or Canada need to score 2. It cannot be 1-1. So Estacio is back over there. Okay. It's been launched away there. It's been launched away for, it's going to be a throw. It is going to be a throw for Canada. Tom, I'm a Adama Traore without the strength. Pace, that's it. Bonker says if you're fast, Liverpool need a right winger. I tell you what, Tom, we could have you signed up by the end of the evening. There you go. All boxed up says Spurs might come in for you. Love it. Lucky says it's time to buy Michael Olise. We're discussing Tom's latest transfer, and Lucky thought of Michael Olise. That's Tom Michael Olise. I mean, Mazraoui's down injured here. Apparently, the Canada player does not quite agree. Oh, he was offside, and then he fell over. He was sort of pushed over. Might have been a penalty if he wasn't offside. But Mazraoui got a bit hurt there against Johnston. I think it was more the way he fell than anything else, though, to be honest. Shem says Spurs can't afford the signing on bonus. It's all right. We don't charge as much as Jorge Mendes. We only need a small fee. Oh, imagine, Tom. Imagine Teacup Castle at a football team. You know, we'll be running around with teacups and teapots on your jerseys. People would be so confused when they saw you coming, they wouldn't know what to do. Tell you what, at least our kit would be snazzy. Gold and that wine colour that I have, the main colour, not this navy. I do like the gold and navy, but this is special for the World Cup. Once the World Cup's over, the return of the normal colours will be back. And tea cozies on our heads. The tea cozies. Oh, that's done me in. That has done me in. I tell you what, yet again, the chat is better than the match. Literally, like, honestly, I don't think I could have got through some of these matches if it wasn't for the chat. Some of them have been dreadful. But now I'm picturing Tom running around for Liverpool or Spurs with a little tea cozy on his head down the right wing. Oh, God. Yes, Flossie, I absolutely love your Discord picture. I love Mama Flossie's Discord picture. Anybody that's in the Discord, look at Mama Flossie's profile picture. It's actually unreal. Talbi and Amrabat coming on for Morocco, by the way. Talbi and Amrabat on. El Canouse, I think, is one of the ones coming off. I don't know who the other one is. Buadi off. El Canouse. Can I say, right, guys? I know I said it on the last stream, but I've watched him again in this stream. I don't get the hype with Buadi. Maybe one day he'll be a very good player. I don't think he's terrible. I do not get the hype. Liverpool, Arsenal, mad money. I don't get it. I don't see it. Sorry. Olu has gone off for Canada. Lauren has come on. Bonkers says same. I think not everybody, some people I'm sure have watched him, but I think some people are hyping him just because other people are hyping him. Thank you. Special delivery. This is one of my favourite teacups at Teacup Castle. Mazraoui tried to put the ball in, but it was blocked. Oh, that was a good ball round. Cut out. Yes. Big up to the tea support. Yes, it was a Christmas cup. Let me pull it up. It is. The colours are much bolder in real life. Two sugars, Tom. 2 sugars. I'm not naturally sweet. I need some help. In fact, I'm naturally a little bit sour. Um, the sugar helps. Flossie has a Mama Flossie cup. I love that. Tom, no sugar. Mm-mm. Can't do that. No, I need some help with sweetness. I need some help with sweetness. I need some extra sugar in my life. It would seem like the answer is it depends who makes it. Guess. Black like my soul. Or like all of my t-shirts, right? I never realized until I started doing the shorts, because I have to go back and look at the videos to pull the shorts from it. I have so many black t-shirts. Can I just confirm, I don't wear the same black t-shirt every day. I just have like about 7 or 8 different black t-shirts, and I wear them in rotation, and then every so often I have like a different color. But I have like a gajillion black t-shirts. I didn't realize until I was doing the shorts. And I obviously have to look back and I'm like, another black top? Is this the same stream? No, it's a different black top. So yeah, just to clarify, I do clean myself and my clothes. I just have lots of black t-shirts. Flossie also has a black coffee. Daz has a load of Liverpool cups. Ah, Tom, that's fair. I mean, if those are the options, fair. My granny used to make us tea. And she used to take a heap of sugar, so she'd put a load of sugar in for us and biscuits. Josh. Yeah, I love Christmas. I love Christmas. When I saw this, see when you said, Tom, when you said I have none, I did initially think you meant cups. And I was like, what does he mean? And then I realized it was a follow up to your sugar question. But initially, I did think you were trying. Oh, yellow. Yellow for the Morocco or for the Canada number 9, who was taking the goalkeeper out. Lauren is he's literally only on the pitch, man. I'll be honest, that's the first one where I sort of think it's probably a little harsh. He does connect with the keeper and not the ball. I think it was. That's the first one where I go, was that strictly necessary? Do you guys agree with it? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe it's me. By the way, we're at the hydration break in case anybody was paying any attention to the match. But honestly, don't bother. Wasting your time. Guess wants to buy all black clothes so she doesn't have to worry about matching things. The problem with doing that, Guess, is that all of the different black clothes, when you wash them, some of them hold the black better than others. Some of the materials hold the colours better than others. Some of them wash well. And what you end up with is different shades of black. And then some of your blacks don't look black enough because they're a little more faded than the really black ones. And then you look a little bit disjointed, and it's not as good of a plan as it seems. Says the voice of experience over here. Andrew says, I've no idea how I'm going to stay up for 1 a.m. for England. I always fall asleep if it's boring, and this has been boring. How am I going to stay up, lads? How am I going to stay up? Thank God tonight we've got 10 o'clock. But it's tomorrow you guys are at 1 o'clock, is it? Or the next day? I'm going to struggle. Bonkers has Liverpool and eat, sleep, football, repeat. Fair. How long until someone... Yes, 4-4 on the cards now. Good shout from Damien. I forgot to update the card score. 4-4. And guests would like to know how long until someone is sent off. Do you know what I will say? Michael Oliver's keeping a pretty good track of who he's giving yellows to. Because a lot of the time, well, not a lot, but sometimes we see players sent off because the referee has forgotten they were on a yellow in the first place. Michael Oliver, though, he's spreading them out amongst all of the players. Saibari has his full tracksuit on him and everything, lads. He's had a shower and the whole shebang. But yeah, it's starting to feel a little like a red's coming. Yes, essentially, shades of grey. Get down to the pub is Tom's advice. You won't stay awake at home, but you'll stay awake at the pub. We're still on the hydration break, people. Still on the hydration break, and there's a man on his phone. Oh, we're not still on the hydration break. Apparently, the teams are playing, but we were busy looking at a man on his phone. Yeah, Damien says, Michael Oliver doing everything not to up his red card average. 0.14 is so low, guys. Genuinely, check it. I get it on SofaScore. See if you go to the match and then you scroll down. So go into the match you're watching, scroll down underneath the lineups, underneath what channels it's on. It'll give you the date and time, the competition, the referee, and beside the referee, it will give you their average cards and it'll give both red and yellow, okay? And you can do it by competition or you can do it by overall in their career. And 0.14 is genuinely super low. He might genuinely be trying to keep that down. He's not worried about the yellows, though. That one's going to take a hit. After this evening, 3.5 is definitely going to go up the way. But he's doing his best with the red ones. The players aren't helping him out, though. They're just battering each other. Look at this. Look at this, right? This is so well planned from Harold. Every third year, I buy 30 pairs of identical black socks and throw away the old ones. I never need to sort my socks after laundry day. That's so clever by Harold. He's just on to a winner, is that? I'm probably more impressed by that than I should be, but it's very effective, Harold. Effective. Tom says that's mint. I'm glad I'm not the only one blown away by that. It's really clever. Yeah, Harold with the efficiency, says Damien. Absolutely. It's just and that's the thing. Sometimes it's really simple things that make your life so much easier. I'm genuinely considering after the stream going and throwing all of Boffman's socks out and just doing what Harold said. Not for me, but for Boffman. Josh, all the men, right? All the men in the chat are going to go and do this now. Tom, Damien, Josh, I guarantee by tomorrow, all the men in the chat, at least some of you are going to do it. I'm thinking about doing it for Boffman and he doesn't know. He's going to go home tomorrow and be like, where's all my socks? In the bin. We're starting a 3-year cycle. And this topic is more interesting, guess. Do you know what it is? I read a book and it was about that. It's like, deciding what's for dinner, what to wear, all of those kind of minor decisions that you make every day and the amount of time that you spend on them, it actually ends up being like an extraordinary amount of time every day making small decisions, and it causes fatigue. Like, it makes you actually tired. It's called, is it decision-making fatigue? Something like that, because your brain constantly has to be switched on to make all of these small decisions every single day. And that it makes you tired. There's a guy on YouTube I watch. He's absolutely fantastic. He has to be one of the cleverest people on the planet. He's a neuroscientist. He's brilliant. Really good. What? Can I find his channel quickly? Probably not. I'll tell you what, lads. If anything happens in this match, I'll tell you. But I'm not holding out much hope right now. Now, his podcasts be super long. They're like 3 hours each. But they're absolutely sensational. There he is. Andrew Huberman is his name. He's fantastic. Really, really good. But I think it might have been on... He gets like a lot of brain people and different psychologists and scientists and different people on his show. And they basically talk about all the ways you can make your own life easier. And I think it must have been one of his guests that I heard talking about it. I mean, the foul's outside the area. Oh, yes, I will do, Harold. I will do. He's actually probably great to listen to for like you when you're driving and stuff. And he has everything done in his in playlists. So he does like sleep. He does all sorts of different things. But let me pop it in. It is a free kick here, by the way. They were kind of arguing that maybe it should be a penalty, but it shouldn't be. Michael Oliver has spent more of this match peacekeeping between the teams than he has doing anything else. Right. Let me see. Harold, I've put it in the general chat and I've just tagged you so you'll be able to see it. But yeah, it's a good channel. I'll come back to the comments now in a little sec. It's just they're about to take this free kick. Crepo is coming up to the halfway line there. And we've seen a bit more of this now in the World Cup. The team getting the free kick. Nothing came of it. The team getting the free kick, their keeper is directing their own wall. No problem at all, Harold. He's very good. I really like him. Shem says, I'm going to take Archie for his walk. I'm sure Canada will score now and the match will go to penalties. I don't think so, Shem. I don't think so. I think we're finishing here 1-0. We've had more subs, by the way. Promise. Our friend Promise is on. So Ahmed and Larea off. Our friend Promise is on. And Schaffelberg. Let's hope. Let's hope Promise David. Let's hope Promise David is going to do something. Although we don't want extra time. Bono had to do a bit of work there, didn't he? But no, Rob, I haven't seen a brief history of time. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't think I have seen it. A brief history of time. I'm going to share that comment for after the stream and I'll have a look at it. It was a good save, you're right. It was a good save, 100%. Mazraoui's doing this. Mazraoui's down and he's doing this to his own keeper. Stephen Hawking. I must have. It's so very familiar, Rob. I'll have a look at it after the stream. Maybe I did. Promise, yes, Loki. His name is Promise. I think on his jersey it says David, but he goes by Promise. Hello, Mohammed. Welcome. I was going to call it the Madhouse, but I'll be honest, this evening we're quite subdued, primarily because the game has given us nothing to get excited about. Yes, Daz, Bono is U2's lead singer, as was pointed out in the joke at the start of the stream and the last time we watched these teams play. Tom says, Bald and Bumo, Bald Maz, we're winning the quadruple next season. Tom's having a great old time. Morocco are attacking here, guys. Morocco are on the attack. Oh! 2-0 Morocco. That was some goal. That was some goal. 2-0 Morocco. That was a really good goal. Yes, game over. 2-0, game over. I do. I believe that is. Do you know what the best thing about that is? We're not going to extra time. That's my favourite thing. I was starting to get quite worried. Canada were going to score. I'm actually, I'm really relieved about that. I actually just don't think I could have done another half an hour. Unahi. They're all giving him a little cuddle. Oh, look, they're shoving him towards the camera and the fans, Unahi, to celebrate. Very good ball through. And I thought he'd messed it up. I thought that number 10 had messed it up, but he didn't. He knocked it back. And then he's just struck it beautifully. Oh, Shem! Shem, why didn't you tell us you were going for a walk earlier in the match? That would have been helpful, you know. Unahi double, yeah. Unahi scored the first one as well. Yeah, nice finish. On to France, says Tom. They're going to have to play a whole lot better than this against France. And yeah, Damien, it all started from Canada's poor forward pass. I have to say, though, other than the first 7 minutes, Canada have been brutal. Blocked. Can I just say, I never want to hear us being linked to Jonathan David ever again. He's terrible. I never want to be linked to Jonathan David ever again. I would take that we promise chap. I mean, if we were going to be linked to a Canadian player, never want to hear a link to Jonathan David ever again. No, thank you. Lucky is saying there's going to be more contacts. He's talking Sander Berg and Alex Scott. Bono's got it. And he's launched it forward. Tell you what, that's a good bloody throw, isn't it? And guess who's got it? Unahi. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. The bounce up and down off the top bar. Yeah, very close, Damien. Josh is loving the Christmas Cup. I love Christmas. I don't do any of that. Oh, it's not Christmas. I love Halloween. And then, so up until the 31st of October, it's Halloween. See, the 1st of November, it's Christmas. But oh my God, if that had just bounced a little under, as Guess said, that would have been a beauty of a goal. Oh, Canada have the ball and they're attacking. I mean, they're not very good at crosses. They're very good at anything, really. I don't even think Promise can save this. Yeah, Damien, Schaffelberg's crossing is just terrible. I was thinking that. I was just sitting here thinking that he's absolutely brutal. Like, has he had a single good cross in the whole match at all? El Mourabet is coming on for Morocco, as is number 5, whose name I can't see. So we've 2 subs. 2 subs for Morocco. Oh, and we have subs for Canada. Buchanan's off. Right. Oh, Unahi's off and Diop, El Mourabet and Sadan on. Harold, yes. Get some sweets. Get some nice ones. Get yourself a treat. Bono's on the ground. Promise is on the ground. I mean, to be fair, the keeper thumps Promise in the head. I mean, they come together, but the keeper hits him too. It's not as if it was like, that wasn't one-sided. Promise took a clatter to the head from the keeper, and he hit the keeper sort of in the rib area. They both hit each other. That wasn't particularly anyone's fault. What do we think of the ref cam, guys? It reminds me of, was it the Blair Witch Project was filmed like that? I just can't be dealing with it. It's so like, you wouldn't want to have car sickness and see something like that. I'll tell you what, Hakimi's had a really bad game. The whole team has had a bad game, but Hakimi's had a really bad game. When they go to play France, they really, really need to get it together. Unless Paraguay pull off a miracle. Imagine Paraguay. We keep saying France. Imagine Paraguay just beat France. The cut to Alfonso Davies. Right, guys. 3 minutes for hydration. How much added time are we going to get? Come on, Michael. I've stuck up for you this whole match. Don't give us a ream of added time. Please. Does they've already got ref cams in the Premier League? Yeah, the rest of it's going to be game management, Damien. But to be fair, they had to work hard to get to 2-0 up. Daz reckons we're going to get 9 extra minutes on this match. I bloody hope not. Although, to be fair, it is 8. Daz wasn't far wrong. 8 minutes. That's a lot. Did we really need 8 minutes of this? It's 2-0. I mean, they're not coming back. Yes, all boxed up is saying Norway tomorrow. It is indeed, yo. I mean, Canada's problem is they've no attack. Your wee man Olu, terrible. Jonathan David, terrible. Lauren, terrible in the last match he started and has done nothing since he's come on here today. So realistically, the problem is they just don't have an attack. Is Trossard going to Besiktas? I don't know. Let us see. Is Trossard going to Besiktas? Yes, according to The Athletic. Okay, let's see. Canada are trying to go forward here. Just not getting anywhere. James McNicholas and Adam Leventhal originally broke the report in The Athletic. Ben Jacobs has also come out through TalkSport. Apparently, yeah. 17.1 million. We'll have a proper look at that tomorrow, Bonkers, on the transfer show. But yeah, from what I can see, yeah. Rob is saying 42 games without losing and only 8 draws for Morocco. I mean, that's all right. Harold, you didn't miss a single thing. Not on the pitch anyway. Not a single thing. All boxed up says, as I said, Canada today were there as spoilers on the pitch. It hasn't worked, thankfully. Yeah, they I have to say they've been very poor. They have been very poor. Voodoo Lewis has joined us in the chat and is a bit of a misery guts. Voodoo Lewis, first ever comment on our channel, on our watch along between Canada and Morocco, is United are going to have an awful window. I hope you know that. Well, I hope you know, Voodoo Lewis, that I don't tolerate nonsense at Teacup Castle. So if you'd like to stick around, play nice or sod off. Yes, Rob, I know, Ben Jacobs, but it came out from the Athletic first, to be fair. The keeper was coming flying for that. I thought the keeper was going to head it. He just came like a yellow bullet through the air. I mean, he missed it entirely, but I did think he was going to get to it. There is a foul. There is a foul. Canada are going to get a free kick here. I'm not quite sure what they intended to do with that free kick. Whatever it was, I don't think it was that. I'm called Queen Teacup, Lewis. Yes, Damien, it has been very poor from Canada. Very, very poor. The game is ending kind of how it started, just very bitty, stop, start, foul, 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 foul. Oh, do you know what it is? Voodoo Lewis has been here for how long? Like, not even 3 minutes, and is already banned. Guys, I'm not joking. We don't tolerate nonsense in here. We just don't tolerate it. Not that kind of castle. By the way, Morocco has scored again. It is 3-0 to Morocco, in case anybody wasn't any doubt in the 97th minute that Morocco were going to win. It is now 3-0 to Morocco. Rahimi. And like, what minute did he come on in? He come on when Saibari got injured, and he's actually played a really important part in the game. He's been very involved in the game since he come on, to be fair to him. And Saibari's delighted for him. Like, Saibari's straight over to congratulate him, and, you know, I like that. He's not like, oh, you know, it should have been me and I got injured. Poor promise. They're showing me poor promise. We did want goals. We got 3 of them. Josh says the Morocco manager definitely sorted them out at halftime. Yeah, they've been a different team, haven't they? It was a good goal, too. It was a nice goal. We're done, guys. We are done. full time, whistle blown, game over. Canada are out of the World Cup. Morocco go through 3-0 and will play the winner of Paraguay and France, which is happening at 10 o'clock this evening. We will be back live from Teacup Castle with another watch along, 10 to 10, to see who Morocco are going to play in the next round. We're about to find out, can Paraguay do a madness? Or are Morocco going to play France? Thank you guys very much for being here. You're all fantastic. Special shout out to our Tom and our Rob, both of whom were incredibly generous this evening as always. And I will see you later, guys. Smash a like if you haven't done so. If you're new, please subscribe. And we'll see you all later.